chicken.
Said I am too stubborn to say Magnus is better LMAO.
I'm just impressed that Magnus, in this day and age, even after having a kid, is still top at rapid, blitz, and bullet, and just shows another level of understanding of chess that I just haven't seen anyone else been able to do. But Braid, thank you for the good luck. I hope both chats are showing up in OBS. Alrighty, it is. Alrighty, let's do this. E4.
E4, confirm.
Yes.
E4.
But yeah, I think
E5.
it's one of those fun questions that anyone could probably make an argument for. I'm sure some people would say Paul Murphy is the best. I'm sure some people say Bobby Fischer's the best. I'm sure there's some people out there who would say Kramnik is the best and that he's correct that everyone's cheating, when I don't personally think everyone is cheating, but Kramnik could be correct and I just can't prove it. E4, E5, so knight F3.
Knight F3, confirm.
Yes.
Knight F3. Knight C6.
E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6. Bishop C4.
Bishop C4, confirm.
Yes.
Bishop C4. Knight F6.
D3.
D3, confirm.
Yes.
D3. Bishop B4 check.
You know, of all my games I played online against people, I don't know if anyone's ever done that to me. Bishop B4 check. I can block with my knight. I was going to put my knight there anyways, right? Hold on. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, bishop C4, knight F6, pawn to D3, bishop B4 check. If I were to move my pawn up to C3, his pawn...
Monster 34i. Said that setup is freaking cool.
Thank you.
Thianly. Said out of curiosity, what is your Lichess elo?
Lichess, I just checked. I just checked it too because someone asked. I believe my bullet was 1800 and my blitz and rapid were above 1600, but I haven't played serious Lichess in a while. I've been mostly on chess.com, which I know most people say is not the superior one. I don't disagree. I don't agree. I like playing on both, but chess.com, I'm 1400 blitz and bullet, and rapid is 1600. But I think Lichess is 1800 bullet and 1600 rapid, 1673 blitz. I think that's what I just read. Alrighty, so I could do pawn. I was going to move the pawn up as well, c3, because there's nothing on d5, right? So c3 would attack the bishop and stop the check, and I was going to move that pawn up anyways, eventually. Yeah, I think that works. c3.
C3, confirm.
Yes. And I hope the music's not too
C3.
loud, and I hope I'm not much more louder
Bishop
than...
A5.
Okay, so you retreated. Alrighty. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, bishop C4, knight F6, pawn D3, bishop B4 check, C3, bishop A5. So bishop on A5, bishop on C6, bishop on F6, pawn on E5. It's like a standard opening, really. I can technically castle, which doesn't sound bad. I could push my pawn to B4, right? Then I would put their bishop on B6, which attacks B6, C5, D4, E3. It gives it a diagonal to my king after I castle, but that pawn would be protected by the rook. Do the fundamentals right and castle as soon as possible. I have two pieces developed, or two minor pieces developed, two pawns developed. Short side castle should be the answer, I think. Short castle.
Short castling, confirm.
Yes.
Short castling. Short castling.
We both kingside castled. So they have 2 knights and a bishop out, and a pawn. And they're castled. I have a knight, a bishop, 2 pawns, and castle. I think the next move is just knight out, right? E4, E5. Their knight's guarding the pawn. I mean, if I do B4, if I ever need to retreat the bishop, it can go to B3, and then it won't be blocking the pawn. It'd be with tempo, so I'd get a development with tempo. That sounds right, right? A5 can go to B6. B6 looks at C5, D4. Wait, yeah, C5, D4, E3. I don't like that it's looking at the king at that movement, but at least I can develop. I think that's right, though. Develop with tempo. I give a retreating square for my bishop. I can still develop my knight after. Where's my dark square bit? Hold up. My dark square bishop's still on the default square. So C1, D2, E3, F4, which I can't do because the pawn on E5, G5. G5 would pin their knight until they push their pawn, blah blah blah. But this way I don't get my dark squared bishop. Wait, light squared. No, my light square was next to the king. Dark square. I don't want my dark square bishop trapped. Because if they do H6, my dark square bishop can't really develop as well as I would want it to. I can develop with tempo first with the pawn on B. Is it worth it though? Because then my C pawn would be whatever the back pawn is called, and that could create weakness, and I don't want to create weakness. So I think I'll do bishop. So bishop C1, D2, E3, F. Wait, C1, D2, E3, F4, G5. Bishop G5.
Bishop G5. Confirm?
Yes.
Bishop G5. H6.
There's a H6. I can move my bishop back. They can choose to weaken their king defense or not deal with it. So G5, H4. Bishop H4.
Bishop H4. Confirm?
Yes.
Bishop H4. G5.
Wow, they are weakening. Okay. H4, G3. Bishop G3.
Bishop G3. Confirm?
Yes.
Bishop G3. D5.
D5 attacks my pawn on E4. If E4 takes D5, my bishop on C4 defends it. Their knight can take, my bishop can take, their queen can take. If I don't take, they just take my pawn or my bishop. E takes D5.
E takes D5. Confirm?
Yes.
E takes D5. Knight takes D5.
Alrighty, so the knight's on D5. Wait. No, my bishop's not pinning it anymore. Wait, what is my bishop on G3? C1, D2, E3, F4, G5, H4, G3. G3 looks at F4. E5. E5. D6. C7. Do I have two pieces attacking that pawn? G3, F4, E5. My knight on F3 should be attacking E5. So that's two pieces attacking E5. And the only thing defending it is their knight on C6. Their knight on D5 attacks D5, D4, D3, C3, which is a pawn that's defended, and E3, which is protected by my pawn on F2. So their knight can't do anything there. I think I can take a pawn. So G3, F4, E5. Bishop captures E5.
Bishop takes E5. Confirm.
Yes.
Bishop takes E5. G4.
G4, which attacks my knight. Oh, I never played H3. And my knight's the only thing defending the bishop. G4, F3. Alrighty. Bishop's on E5. Is there anything I can attack on E5? E5, D6, C7. That's unfortunate. I think I'm losing a piece. Oh, my nose is just... If I attack their bishop with my pawn, would that be worth it? They take my knight, I take their bishop, they take my pawn, which attacks my rook and opens up my king. I don't like that. Is there anything that my knight can attack? G4, F3. Oh, hold on. If mine... Okay. Is there anything guarding that pawn? G4, F5, E6, D7, C8. Yeah, their bishop. Da, 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 da. Trying to remember what everything is now. I mean, I can technically... Let's see. Bishop on E5. F6. Is there still a knight on F6? No, that knight captured a pawn. F6, G7, which there's nothing there. H8, which there's nothing there. That knight on C6 is attacking my bishop. Is there anything I can attack the knight with? I don't think so. So I have a bishop being attacked by a knight and a knight attacked by a pawn. I don't think there's anything I can do to save a piece. Is my bishop on c4 attacking anything? c4, d5. There's a knight there. If I take it, I'm pretty sure that queen can take back, which would make things even worse. And they still have a bishop on a5. Oh, I should have played h3 before taking the pawn. I think the best option is to save the bishop, and when my knight gets captured, develop my queen and hope that I can come back somehow. So where would be the good spot for my bishop? Maybe put it back on g3. But I kind of want to have it as a diagonal attack the king. So if it's on e5, looking at that diagonal, e5, d4, c3. I can put it on c3. Bishop c3.
Bishop g3. Confirm.
No. I want c3. e5, d4, c3. d4. Bishop Charlie 3. Can I not move there? Hold on. Bishop c3.
Bishop g3. Confirm.
No. What am I missing? e5, d4, c3. Oh, I have a pawn there because I moved it. Did I move it up? Yeah, I moved it up to attack their bishop. So d4, which still is attacked by a knight. So I can't keep it on that diagonal like I would hope. So g3 might be the best option for that bishop. I don't know, you'd have to have him look at the oven clock. Maybe the bishop's not worth saving and I save the knight? What if I put him on f6? No, the knight takes it. Never mind. That'd be dumb. If I put it on h8, the king has to go to that corner. Maybe I can do something with that. But then I lose the knight and then I'm about to lose the bishop. I think g3 is the best option. Bishop g3.
Bishop g3. Confirm.
Yes. I'm not playing well already.
Bishop g3. Rook e8.
They didn't take my knight. I better save it then. Rook e8 is attacking e7, e6, e5, e4, e3. I don't think there's anything on that file. Alrighty, where can my knight go? Knight f3 can go to g5 or e5. Which attacks a knight, I think. Knight e5.
Knight e5. Confirm.
Yes.
Knight e5. Bishop b6.
Can I take their knight now? e5 takes c6? I don't think I really need to, but the less pieces on the board, the better. Can I do something since my knight's on e5? c6, d7. take 2 pieces off the board while I'm up a pawn. So b6 attacks c5, d4, e3, f2. f2 is guarded by my rook and my king. I have a pawn on c3 and d3. d3 is protected by my queen. I have a bishop on c4, which is attacking a knight on d5. My knight's attacking a knight on c6. And then there's a bishop guarding a pawn on g4, which my queen, I think, is looking at. D1, e2, f3, g4. Yes. Is there any way I can attack that pawn? Wait, is my knight... Hold on. E5. Knight can take the g4, right? Knight takes g4.
Knight takes g4. Confirm.
And it's not guarded. h6. No. Yes.
Knight takes g4.
And if bishop takes my queen...
King h7.
h7. I might just move back to E. Let me think. G4. Oh, is he guarding H6? That would make sense. H5. If I take... No, I think it's best move back. Knight E5.
Knight e5. Confirm.
Yes.
Knight e5. Rook takes e5.
Rook takes E5. Bishop takes E5. I'm sorry, what? Do I not have a bishop attacking that square anymore? Bishop captures E5.
Bishop takes e5.
I was about to say.
Confirm.
Yes.
Bishop takes e5. Bishop e6.
Bishop E6. E6. D5, C4. Alrighty. So I took a rook, they didn't capture back. Their bishop on E6 looks at F5, G4, H3. My queen on D1 looks at E2, F3, G4, H5. H5 would, in a weird way, be looking at H6, H7. Their king's on H7. I still have a knight in its starting square, which needs to be developed at some point. I lost a knight, got a rook. I got a pawn. So I should be up 3 materials. I think liquidating's the answer. So E5, D6, C... Wait. E5, D6, C7. There's nothing guarding C7? C7, C6, C5, D5. No, the knight on D5. So if I take the knight, and they take with the queen, it's gonna get messy. I really want my queen out. If my queen goes to F3, is there anything attacking it? F3, E4, D5. D5. If bishop takes, their bishop can take, and then it would be attacking my queen, and I think that bishop would be guarded by the queen. H7, G6, G6, F5, E4, C3. D4. Hold on. Their king on H7 also is on the diagonal of H7, G6, H7, G6, F5, E4, D3, C2. H7, G6, F5, E4, D3, C2. If I move my queen to C2 and then move my pawn from D3 to D4, D4 attacks. Was there something on C5? I don't think so. Oh wait, my bishop on E5 is not guarded by anything. So maybe I do D4 first. C3, D4. Yeah. D4.
D4. Confirm.
Yes.
D4. F5.
H7, G6, F5. F5. E5. So if I move my queen to C2, it won't check, but it'll be attacking that pawn. And the queen would better support F2. Get my queen a little active. Pins that pawn. Do I have anything to attack that pawn? I still have a knight I need to develop. So my knight's on B1. It can go to D2, which can go to F3. Maybe develop my knight. I need to get the knight out. I should probably trade pieces before I lose them for no reason. E5 is looking at F6, G7, H8. So that bishop's looking at that whole diagonal. Knight D2.
Knight D2. Confirm.
Yes. Bum, bum, bum,
Knight
bum,
D2.
bum.
Knight takes E5.
D takes E5.
D takes E5. Confirm.
Yes.
D takes E5. Queen H4.
Queen H4. So, pawn is back on E5. Is there anything attacking that? E5, D6, C7, E5, E5. A knight should be attacking that, right? No, that's what took that. So they're down a knight, finally. I could take the other knight. H4, 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 G3, F2. But that's guarded by a rook and a... Wait, if I move my knight to F3, that should attack H4. Right? What else is the queen attacking? H4, G4, F4, E4. My bishop? Is my bishop defended? No. It was defended by the d3 pawn. So capture. So bishop on c4. Bishop takes d5.
Bishop takes d5. Confirm.
Yes.
Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes f2 check.
Bishop takes f2 check. Rook takes f2.
Rook takes f2. Confirm.
Yes.
Rook takes f2. Bishop c8.
c8. So it just went back. I still haven't played h3. So c8, d7, e6, f5, g4, h3. So that bishop's not attacking a pawn because I haven't moved it up. My rook... I captured their knight. They didn't capture back. So my bishop... No, they moved their bishop back instead of taking my bishop. e6, d7, c8, yeah? Weird. So what is my bishop doing? On d5, e4, e4, f3. I can move my queen there. Get my queen active. I can get my knight active. d5. Wait. Do they still have a pawn on g4? Or did I capture that? Yeah, I captured it with the knight. And then I moved the knight back. The rook took it. So they shouldn't have a rook guarding the f6. Wait, f7, f6, f5? I think they moved to f5. So I can move my queen to attack f5, 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 e6, d7, c8. No, the bishop guards it. Right? Hold on. f5, f5, e6, d7, c8. So the bishop guards it. I don't remember what all I have, dude. I have a knight. I have a bishop on d5. Do I still have a bishop on g3? I can figure it out real quick. g3, f4. Bishop f4.
Rook f4. Confirm.
I'm sorry. No. What happened to that bishop? Oh no, the bishop captured the knight back, right? Was it knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, rook took bishop? I'm just going to assume I don't have that bishop. So I should have a bishop, a knight, 2 rooks, and a queen. Versus a bishop, a knight, a rook, and a queen. Right? Oh man, I'm already lost. I mean, just move my queen up and hope. I haven't heard text-to-speech say anything in a while. I don't know if it's messing up or if chat's just dead. If I move my queen, then there's nothing guarding the knight. So, knight to f3. Just to attack their
Knight
queen.
f3. Confirm.
Yes.
Knight f3. Queen f4.
Queen f4. My rook can attack that. What else is she attacking? f4, e3, d2, nothing. f4, g3, h2. That's bad. f3. I don't think I have... Can I trade off these queens? f3 can guard d4. Is there anything attacking d4? c6. Do they still have a knight on c6? Where's my bishop at? c5? I'm sorry, d5. Can I just take c6? Bishop captures c6.
Bishop c6. Confirm.
I said capture. She didn't say capture. Does that mean there's nothing there? Do I risk it? Where else would that knight have gone? Oh, that's the one that captured e5. No. So my queen can go to d4, right? d4, which would be protected by my knight, and offering a queen trade. I'll try it. If I fail it, then oops. Queen d4. I've been spending too much time on this
Queen
game.
d4. Confirm.
Yes.
Queen d4. Queen g4.
Queen g4. I'm going to take that. Queen captures g4.
Queen c4. Confirm.
No. No. Is there something in the way then? Queen g4.
Queen takes g4.
Yes.
Confirm.
Yes.
Queen takes g4. Bishop d7.
d7. c8, d7. Can my queen take that? g4, f5, e6. Queen captures d7.
Queen g7. Confirm.
No. No. g4, f5, e6, d7. Queen d7.
Queen g7. Confirm.
No. What am I missing? g4, f5. Oh wait, there's a pawn on f5, isn't there? f5, e6. So maybe move my queen over to h4 or h5. Queen h5.
Queen h5. Confirm.
Yes.
Queen h5. Bishop c6.
Bishop c6.
Bishop takes c6. Confirm.
Yes.
Bishop takes c6. King g7.
g7. Queen F5.
Queen takes F5. Confirm.
Yes.
Queen takes F5. A6.
Knight G4.
G4. Confirm.
No. Knight G4.
G4.
Oh, I can't do that.
Confirm.
No, it's G5 I'm thinking of, my bad. Knight G5.
Knight G5. Confirm.
Yes.
Knight G5. B6.
Queen F6.
Queen F6. Confirm.
Yes.
Queen F6 check. King G8.
G8. G5. Queen F7.
Queen E7. Confirm.
No. No. I'm on F6. Queen F7.
Queen F7. Confirm.
Yes.
Queen F7 check. King H8.
G5, G6, G7. Queen H7.
Queen H7. Confirm.
That should be mate. Yes.
Queen H7 checkmate.
Yeah.
Checkmate. White is victorious.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, my knight was attacked. I put it right in the spot for the pawn to take. So 31 moves. E5. Yes. Yep. 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 Yeah, all my pieces were where I thought they were. I honestly stopped listening to these two pieces, so I didn't know where they were. I forgot about that, but I remember it being there because the king was guarding it earlier. So, almost everything was in the right spot. Alrighty, no one was saying anything. Thank goodness. I was afraid that TTS was messing up. Well, cool. I beat level 2 computer. I don't know how long it took, but I did it. I definitely messed up a lot in that match, that's for sure.
Bishop takes E5.
How do I get her to stop? No. No. Input moves with your voice, input moves keyboard, move confirmation. How do I get her to stop? Here. I'll do this. I'll mute it on your guys' end so you don't have to hear her talk. Which also will mute the music, but that's fine. Da, 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 da. Alright, let's look at this game. Normal. That is muted on y'all's end, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, that was the good move. Oops. Actually, that's right. That wasn't the good move because I've now had two pieces getting attacked. But the level 2 computer didn't punish me for it. That was not the right move. At this moment, I knew I moved the D pawn, but I was imagining it on the D4 square already, so I thought the knight was double protected. So the computer should have taken my piece, and then they would have been up a piece. Bad move on my end. Because their knight could have taken. Then at this moment, I believe, is when I figured out, oh, my bishop's undefended. So this move, I was trying to get my knight to help with the mate. I just didn't think about the fact that h6 was attacking it, so that was a bad move. Not necessarily, because the other reason for this move was to get my rook behind my queen. So even if they took the knight, I could still move my queen up. And alrighty, so if pawn takes, queen goes up. This king only has 2 squares to move. I was going to move my queen up. So if it was there, he would have gone to this corner. Actually, queen goes up. If the king goes either one, I think the best option is to go here. And then rook, pawn, pawn. I don't know. But since they didn't take the knight, I was able to get this force mate. Alrighty. So that was fun.